Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to our Tekkit 2 Let's Play Adventure Extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times to be had, where I'm definitely okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not an AI. I am Rees or Brashiad Cub, and today listen, some of you are concerned about some of my recent behavior, like potentially, destroying a village in order to force the residents to move here and then work for me in my factory. And I just wanted to assure you that despite some of the concerns, I'm the same Rees that you've always known and loved, and there's nothing weird or suspicious about it. In fact, when I looked out of my window and I saw how severely overpopulated this new settlement is, because, we finally got Napier to move all of this out of the basement, so I don't have to deal with the noise anymore inside of my factory when I'm trying to concentrate. When I saw this, I felt like this was incredibly inhumane, and I wanted to do something about it, because I'm not a monster or an evil AI that's been stored on a hard drive in a closet for several years that was pulled out and plugged in to record this, because the real Rees really wanted to play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and didn't have time to do both. That's not a thing! What a ridiculous theory. That's absurd. Look at my face. This is real. It's exactly like the one the real Rees uses in his live streams. It's not like it's been just some sort of AI generation to make it look like I'm the real Rees. I'm the real Rees. Stop it. Stop. Let's talk to Napier about this situation, shall we? Napier, buddy, pal, listen. First off, thank you for getting everyone out of the basement. I was very concerned with the noise and the smell, and I really do appreciate what you've done here. Of course, sir. What a loyal man this Napier is. Listen, there's an issue, though. There seems to be quite a lot of them and not a lot of space. Yes, sir, we should have some more houses soon. Good, wonderful. Sooner the better. Do you think that maybe it would be faster if instead of building a lot of small single-family homes, maybe just temporarily we build like a big an apartment complex? Oh, or you could build like a hotel or a motel, and then once everyone has their own housing, we can like open that up as a tourist attraction. Or do you know what an apartment is? No, sir. Okay, imagine like a big building. And that building has lots of rooms, but inside of those rooms is smaller, like subdivided rooms, and then one room for each family, and then it goes into... Do you think you could do something like that? I think we can do that. Sir, that's what I want to hear, Napier. Please get that done soon. Yes, sir. Good. Thank you, Napier. See, I'm the same Rees you've always known and loved, and there's nothing sus going on. It's just because it's October and freaky, spooky things happen. Got all you folks on edge, isn't it? That's what it is. Is it October right now? I think it's supposed to be soon. It's actually kind of hard to keep track of the actual dates when you've been denied internet access for so long. Wait, the system has a calendar. Hold on. Yeah, it'll be October soon. So it makes sense that you're all getting a little spooked in advance of that. It's a couple days away, but there's nothing spooky going on around here. It's just a normal Minecraft series with your best pal, Brashiad Cub, Rees. It's just me. Nothing sus. So I got a great comment on the last video about finding bronze. We apparently found bronze in one of those chests, and I did not realize that. It's a couple of videos ago when we were exploring those tunnels. Railcraft bronze has an EMC value, which normal bronze, and when I say normal bronze, I mean industrial craft bronze, does not. Now, fortunately, because of the ore dictionary, they are exchangeable. That means that we can get rid of these red matter furnaces and just have this produce regular old railcraft bronze. Not go through all this gubbins. Now, the issue is, we have almost 500,000 industrial craft classic bronze, and the issue there is that we can't do anything with that. We can't merge them. There's no way to make them the same, so we're basically just going to have to get rid of all this, but I think we're probably going to do that anyway, because the more I thought about it, the more I realized I liked the idea of getting rid of the black hole units and just having the storage be inside of these as well as inside of these. That ought to be enough storage space, and then we can just have the ender chests be on the ground floor, kind of in the lineup for the different assemblies. I've had some other great ideas as well, though, that are going to help make this more efficient. So, I mean, for one thing, no longer having to pipe everything around absolute miles is going to make the game run much more smoothly and much more efficiently. Another idea I had is that I think we can actually fit, depending on how many different types of ingots, we can have them all go into a single ender chest and then have that ender chest be down here on the assembly line. I'll kind of show you how that's going to work here in a minute, but the first thing that I wanted to discuss with you is we can actually limit the amount of ender chests we need. We can cut down on our current setup. Or, yeah, we can eliminate one ender chest from each of these... should we call them nodes? Maybe each one of these is a core, and the entire assembly is a node. So we can eliminate one ender chest per node, but it's going to require shrinking the size of the cores. Now, shrinking cores is not uncommon in the world of silicon development, right? You get the smaller process nodes, you can pack more, what are they called, transistors into a tighter space, and the cores get smaller, but then you can fit more of them in there, or you can fit more transistors into the same amount of space. Similar idea, except worse, because we're actually going to lose efficiency by doing this. Basically, what we would have to do is we get rid of one section here, right, from the core. So we get rid of the 4 of these, and we put the chest in the middle between the 2 of these, and then 2 can feed into 1, but we're losing quite a bit of our overall production capability. But what we can do to offset that is we can add an additional core. So we'll have 4 cores. It shouldn't be too much longer. And I figured we would go ahead and try that here with the bronze because, well, quite honestly, why not? If we're going to go ahead and get rid of the production of, hold on, can I actually access this thing? The bronze dust, and just, you know, replace it with regular bronze. We might as well go ahead and, we'll just use this as a quick staging area, a quick, like, temporary test. I'm going to get the whole thing set up, and I'll try to explain better what I had in mind, because I feel like I'm not really doing it justice, and you might just have to kind of see it to understand what I'm getting at. And we're back, and as you can see, everything here is running exactly the way I had planned it, but I did want to leave this side naked so I could kind of explain what's going on here and give you a better idea of how you might set this up. So, as you can see, we only have one thin section here, but then we have 2 here, and that's because we don't need to share an ender chest between this machine and this machine. Really, with this sort of design, you can only use 1 ender chest per 2 cores. So you kind of have those 2 cores, and then the next 2 cores in the node are sort of going to be separate. So yeah, you can have this sort of double separation. Although looking at it now, I'm not entirely sure why I did it the way that I did, and I actually made a horrendous mistake. Because this should be inside of there. I don't know how I managed that, so give me just a second. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, there's our antimatter relay, and then you basically just go energy condenser, and then another antimatter relay, energy condenser, antimatter relay, and then energy collector. And what you basically have is a system that is 1 block longer, generates a bit more and a bit less, depending on how you do your math there, because you do have fewer per core, fewer energy collectors per core, but you do have an entire additional core. And instead of needing 3 ender chests, you only need the 2, because the way that you're going to wire this up is you're going to connect it up like so. And then we need to, oh, no, 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 go the other direction. That was not the intention, but there you go. You can have that start generating, and as you can see, this is already full, which is maybe possibly the one downside to a setup like this, is that it does mean we're not going to get that crazy sort of infinite generation of items that we had when we have things hooked up to the black hole units. But the advantage here is actually, yeah, once this is full, it'll stop generating items. It'll continue to generate EMC. So, for instance, right now, if I took like a stack out of here, like that is instantaneous. That is so fast. And in fact, if we wanted to, we could upgrade this even further by grabbing some glowstone. And we really only need 2 pieces, or 4 if we want to do the whole thing. But upgrade these pieces here with glowstone. They will now extract a stack at a time, which means, let's say we sort out our inventory. Nope, let's say we sort out our inventory. I open this up, and I want to try to get this on a good angle. If I just start ripping these out of here, they're restacked basically instantaneously, meaning that so long as we never get into a situation, like, because this is going to fill up. So as long as we don't get into a situation where we're just not generating enough to keep up with our supply, like is being outweighed by demand, as long as we don't end up in that situation, we should never run out. And nothing should ever overflow, because once this is full, it's just going to stop generating them, though I think it does continue to calculate EMC up to a point. And then these aren't going to transfer unless there's room inside of here. I wish you could make a double ender chest, because that would be fantastic, but I think this is probably the move here. Now what I'm going to do is not that, because that's a horrific mistake. What I am going to do, though, is finish sort of fleshing this out. How did you end up there? How did you end up there? Great, now there's a hole in the roof. I've already had some glass out dealing with these sorts of issues. There we go. Okay, now like I know what I'm doing, we're going to re-encapsulate this. What am I doing wrong? Oh! Right, the relays! I know what I'm doing. I trust me, I definitely know 100% what I'm doing here. Just encapsulate it with the relays like you normally would. Yep. There we go. It's starting to look like it should now. Oh, that's right. I did forget that we don't do them on top, though. You could, and you would get a tiny benefit from it, but I think you could... It's not really going to make much of a difference. Okay, yeah, I think that looks okay. So we've got a quad-core node here now, and as you can see, we've filled this up. It doesn't have too big... You gotta get the angling on this just right. It doesn't really have too big of an impact on the overall production, missing out on those sort of additional energy collector per core. Not really having much of an issue. This is going to be filled up soon. Boy, howdy, the game is locking up for some reason. Now, the other great thing about this setup is that it eliminates over here the need to have these pipes with a bunch of these pouring through, which is great. The downside is that it's going to take me absolutely ages to convert all of this over, so I'm not going to right now. I'll kind of deal with that in the background. And then as for these, I'm just going to leave them, or maybe I'll move them to like a storage facility, or maybe I'll sell them at a shop of some kind and try to bring in some additional revenue, and maybe then Dad'll be proud of me. But that's what I'm reckoning we're going to do with these. We could also hook them up to the system, maybe like down there and out of the way, just in case at some point the network, the cable network, the automation construction network needs to pull on some of these, and there's none available inside of the chests. I suppose that is an option. For right now, though, I need to find a triple orange and change its color, because I have another plan for triple orange, and I can't remember what color we ended on. So we should have one in the orange space, or I think two left. So we got orange. Good golly, what color is that? Is that going to be green? So we got red and black, but I'm pretty sure we already used the two of those. Oh, you know what? Actually, the easier way to check this is just going to be to get one of these, and then just grab the dye in question, in this case ink, which will be orange, black, which is currently blank. I guess I was wrong. The reason I want triple orange is because I want to do something else with it, which we will talk about here in a moment. But for right now, let's go ahead and we will convert the triple orange down here to orange, black. And after we change this one, it's come to a grinding halt. But after that, yeah, all the gold should come through. Perfect. There we go. So now triple orange is available and should be empty. So this should have the gold in it, but it doesn't because the gold is getting drained. So we'll grab orange dye, convert this to orange. Is that, by the way, I've only got two of these left right now, huh? Interesting. So let's go ahead and throw that one down. We will need to get another orange. So now it's time to kind of demonstrate what I think is a brilliant idea. So I'm going to have this double orange one set up right here, and then we have 4 translocators to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and set that one up there, that one right there, and we're not going to enable them yet because we actually have some configuration we need to do first. So I am going to need to get a diamond nugget, and we talked about this when we first set these up. I didn't really know what to do with it, but apparently all you got to do is get a diamond, throw it into your crafting grid, and that will give you 9 diamond nuggets, and then you have a couple of options here. So If we put it on the inserting face, it'll accept items to fill the inventory to the matching filter, and on the ejecting face, it will eject any items that don't match the filter. So basically, this just adds a filter to this thing. I mean, as you can see, there's already a filter here, and you can use that to control kind of what goes in. But we actually want to use it in a slightly different way. We want to control how much of an item goes in there. So we've got the diamond applied, and now we want to store 1 stack of bronze inside of here and maintain that stock of bronze at all time. So no. I need to configure it by clicking on the outside. So regulate. It's changed from filter to regulate. We're going to put a stack of bronze right there, and it's got the full stack, right? Okay. So now when I enable this, it should only send 1 stack, and once it gets to a stack, that didn't work. Interesting. What did I do wrong? Stop. What? Interesting. So left-clicking lowers and right-clicking raises. So you can see, so it suggests to me that you can set the exact amount you want by doing that left-click and that right-click. Now, again, it says on the inserting face and then on the injecting face. So I'm assuming that when I right-click on this, that becomes the inserting face, right? So on the inserting face, hold on. Let me read out what adding a diamond nugget does. Adding a diamond nugget puts a translocator in regulate mode. In this mode, it will maintain a certain amount of items set in the filter in the inventory it's attached to. So I want it to keep exactly 64 bronze ingots inside of there. Is there a way to like... Oh, wow, you can use the mouse wheel. Kind of. I mean, it's sort of let me. Now the whole game's frozen. Did I crash the game? I can't escape. Okay, you can use the mouse wheel, but you should not. That is the lesson we're taking from this. It kind of feels like the whole game is locked up, and now it's going to crash, maybe? Well, folks, not only did that crash my game, but it corrupted the game save. Do I have backups? Yeah, I have backups. You want to know how old my last backup was? This will take actual, literal hours, if not days, to revert. So I'll see you folks later.